Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Batjack JW here, and we're back with another chat box. Unfortunately, we have to hash out some things that are serious on a serious note. Always like to joke and have fun. That's always the main thing. But unfortunately, it seems like a lot of that may be in jeopardy. So that's get on it. But before we do, I'd like to say a big God bless to Mr. Holster. Hopefully, he pushes on. He is near the finish line with his treatment and stuff like that. We really, much prayers and thoughts go with him, and we hope that he just prospers and he comes out of this okay. The other thing, if you've not seen his update video, go check it out. He just recently made an update video and everything. So also in the light of what is going on here, some people just kind of laugh and brush it off, or may just kind of not think too much into it. Unfortunately, I think it's a little more severe than that. I've been in this game, this YouTube game, for going on to 6 years now. I've seen a lot of things happen with it just within that time. A lot of newcomers are coming in. Maybe they've only had their channel a year or so. To them it's just nothing. But for people that have been in this for a while, have seen quite a lot of hindrance and stuff that's happening, really. Mr. Holster is actually talking about possibly deleting everything from his channel and starting again. I'm not sure where he's going to take that, or what his decisions are going to be on that. So that's a shame, because there's a lot of old content that we really like, and in a sense these channels are catalogs of life, entertainment, just somebody's ideas, somebody's talent, just everything, and it's destroying it. It's destroying the talent of it. One thing I must say that I've always admired about YouTube was it showcases talent that may not have existed if it wasn't for YouTube. Not everybody can go to Hollywood, California and make movies and be out there in the on Broadway or whatever. Not everybody can. And there's a lot of talented people out there that deserve the spotlight above the people that are certainly there. I've through YouTube, not just in this community of the stuff we do, but just a wide spectrum through all walks of life, both sides of the coin. I've seen just such talent, such comedy, such entertaining, such educational, you name it. It's just been fantastic. I didn't grow up so much with the YouTube thing, so a lot of this stuff is really amazing, versus coming from where if you wanted to see like your favorite concerts and bands and music videos, it was either you just hope to catch it on the MTV, or the television or radio, or buy the VHS tape of it, and hopefully it was somewhat decent. I've been there where paying $30 for a videotape of your favorite band, and because that's all that exists, and you're hoping that it'll have some sort of entertaining footage on it that you wanted to see, of maybe a music video or something that you really enjoy. And a lot of times it's just like, oh wow, that's really a letdown. But now you have YouTube, and you got for instance, you got one of my favorite bands from way back always, like Metallica, where they have their own channel going on, and they have quite a bit of really high quality videos of their live performances, documenting throughout within months of the performance, and it's on their channel. It's really amazing to see that. And you got other networks that talk about the news of what's going on with some of these musicians. I mean, some of these people have passed away. I didn't even realize it. So YouTube is quite amazing. I spend a lot of time actually watching a lot of it. It has become better than TV almost. So it's really neat to. And I got, like I said, you got a lot of these people that have started up their channels and become their own, showcasing their own talent, and it's very funny. It's very, just it makes you laugh. It also teaches you something. There's a guy that I watch, Cinemassacre, from time to time. It's a lot of it. He plays a lot of, and he's got his own brand of comedy added to it. That's for sure. And he does a lot of these old Nintendo games that I remember. Just like when you had the NES system. Just amazing stuff. It's funny. It really is. It cracks me up. These are some people from England that do food eating challenges. I really get a kick out of a lot of that. I became such a follower really on accident of Charles Green, otherwise known as the Angry Grandpa. Love his stuff. Love it. It was weird. I just started watching his stuff out of the blue and became so hooked on it. And it was weird through his channel, even though I've never ever stood there face to face with the guy, but yet through his channel I felt like it was like he was like a family member to me. And when his unfortunate passing happened, man, it really hit hard. It was such you're sitting there and you go, man, I've never even met this person, but yet I feel so connected to them. And it's all through YouTube. It's all through a lot of this, that we get to see this. And another channel, Grim Life Collective, they did a really cool video on talking to Tom Savini, the makeup effects artist from the 80s that did all the movies that I love, those horror movies, and he was the guy that created all the effects and everything. They did a walkthrough interview with him. They got to go in his house and see all his stuff. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, you never would have thought to see anything like that. But thanks to the graces of YouTube and somebody deciding that, hey, we're going to make a channel and we're going to go do this. And this is one of the videos we've done. That's amazing. It's just really cool to see that kind of stuff. So, but with all of this happening, it's kind of frightening to think where's it going to be? What's going to happen? I want to say this to all my patrons. I have been locked out of Patreon. I don't know what happened. But I've been locked out. I can't get in there. I can't publish any videos to anybody. So those of you that have been very great, very generous, and leaving tip there, I really appreciate that. But now I can't access any of it. I can't access nothing. I can't even get on there to tell anybody that, hey, this is why I'm absent. I have not been able to get. They won't let me log in. Patreon will not let me log in anymore. People ask me from time to time, why don't you do Facebook? I did do Facebook for the channel, for the sole purpose of hoping that the channel would get more reach more people and get in more communication with a lot of you folks, the friends. You guys have all become friends. Every one of those subscribers, the numbers that are going, and mind you, the main channel, we have like over 30,000 followers. We have currently like 32,000 people following, and that's all. That's 32,000 friends out there. We have 11,226,000 views to the channel. We got videos with over 1 million views a piece to that main channel. That's amazing that that I've reached that many people. That many people have gone on there and saw things that I've done and liked and commented on it. It's really amazing. But with everything, like I said, with all this stuff happening, I was banned from Facebook within a matter of a month. Started up the Facebook page with the connection to the Batjack JW channel, and I was banned within a month. They completely banned me, took down my channel. I don't even know what exists, what's still. I had to do it twice. The first original channel I made up, I think it's still actually on there, but I for the life of me, I cannot log back into it. Pretty much gave up on it. And then, I had this new one going when I was out here. This was back in 2017. I did a new one. And then, like I said, I got, banned within like less than, a month or whatever it was. And now, granted, I'm not too savvy with a lot of this stuff. Like so many of these other people, they've become really good with this push button generation. I'm not. I really am not. This whole YouTube thing is a huge, giant step forward for me just in general, because I'm not connected with all this stuff. I don't. I don't see the purpose of Facebook. That's just how I am. I don't feel the need to have all these faces and names and people collecting, and I just I just don't see the point of it. I did it for the YouTube. I did it for the 30,000 people that we have on the channel, and unfortunately, Facebook decided that was not something I needed to have, so they banned me. So. I still produce videos on the main channel, but I'm sure, as a lot of you have noticed, it has slowed down dramatically. In fact, the videos have become, with all the stipulations that have been set in place since the big ad issue going on in 2017, a lot of it has changed since then, and then now it's changing again, and it just keeps getting more diluted and more watered down, and less of what I really want to do and video and show, and when stuff like that happens, and when my camera breaks, it starts to ask myself, well, is it even worth replacing the camera with all this happening? So it really becomes a question of that. And what happens too is the thing that I really have, like, I put a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of money, my own money. God knows I put a lot of my own money back into to making these videos. And just to imagine that what's at jeopardy and what's at stake here is not only near 6 years of dedication and effort and money and just ideas and time and all that, getting things together, getting people together, and filming and doing all this. In a blink of an eye, they can take it all away from you. And not only that, they can also, now they're threatening to actually sue you individually, up to many ridiculous amounts of money per video. It makes you start wondering if this is, of course, obviously, if it came down to it, like where they said, hey, you're facing lawsuits, I'll take everything down in a heartbeat. I mean, that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, it's what happens when you're backed in a corner and you really have nothing. You have no defense, no nothing. So I'm making this statement here for you guys on this channel because I believe that this, if anything stays, it'll be this channel. But unfortunately, there will be a lot of cleaning up on this channel that will happen, as it already has. I'll have to go through more content and delete things that I feel like maybe putting things at jeopardy or putting the channel at jeopardy, unfortunately. So that's just what's happening. So could be here today and gone tomorrow, in a sense. So anyway, that's what we got. That's what we're working with. Sad to say, I think you're going to see a lot of channels that you may like disappear. And there goes that talent, there goes that ideas, there goes that, amazing, entertaining people that now get silenced. And, they don't have anything. There's no way to show you how funny they are or their ideas or share something that they've learned with somebody. On the other note, for me, in life-wise, personally, I'm actually probably going to discontinue my employment in the firearm industry, and I know it's been a nice 10 years into it. I've been working for gun-related kind of jobs and employment for 10 years. I've been running at it pretty hard. I've been really lucky and blessed to have gotten the jobs I've gotten. All the way to having access to my own little personal shop and getting to do things, more so how I wanted to do them, and with somebody that was willing to share their what they built with me and say, here, come on in, and why don't you, hang out in this castle I built. I was very grateful to have met that individual and get a chance to do that and get a chance to actually see that other side. I got to see a lot of things on both sides of the counter, per se, in the gun industry or gun world. I love to say I've been, it's as much as it's fun being a customer, It's, there again, it's fun being on the other side of the counter too. But then again, when I came out here, out to the mainland, as some of my friends back in the island call it, the Mad Land, there's some truth to that too. I've seen a lot of shameful people that represent what we do here in the second A community, and I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame that they're even a part of it, because I would never want them representing what we do, just because of their actions, their attitude, everything. It's absolutely disgraceful. It's just like, you gotta, when you represent something or you represent a company, it doesn't matter if it's in this or not. My philosophy is, I wear a shirt with a company's name on it that was, they put my name on the shirt with their company's name. You're a professional. You have to, you have to present yourself in a certain way and carry yourself to a higher regard. Same thing as being a owner of a firearm. You're held to a higher regard. You're held to a high respect, a level of respect that you must have for it, while having fun with it at the same time. But it's not a toy. Don't play around with it and joke around with it, because you can get somebody killed. I unfortunately have met people that don't seem to understand that at all. And so, with a lot of this, things happening, I feel like I'm going to make some decisions here. Not anytime soon, but definite decisions to definitely exit the industry in that aspect. I have been liquidating quite a bit of my own personal collection, because on the other side note, as much as I like out where I'm living, I'm not sure if it's where I'm going to remain. And also the thought that I may end up in a state that may not be as friendly with this stuff as it is here, because ultimately I have to think about reality, life. You can't, this is a wonderful thing, this is a wonderful hobby, but if need be, I have to do what's best for me financially and life-wise, to gain ahead. You don't want to be at an age where I'm sitting there still slaving away, barely making it from check to check to pay rent, and teetering on that tightrope of like, man, I could be homeless. Do not want that to happen. I am not getting any younger, that is for sure. I'm older than people think, and that time is getting closer and closer to those numbers that are a lot more scarier, because they command reality. So, anyway, try not to be all doom and gloom, but we'll see what happens here in the future. I'm just kind of giving a lot of you folks a heads up in what is happening. So, anyway, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all listening, and I appreciate you all sticking around. Thank you.